What's up guys, Houndish here, and today we're jumping in with some news and updates. However, I gotta say it is a bit of a light week on the Destiny 2 front. We should put that out there without hesitation, but we've got a very small game update to cover with more downtime scheduled in the next couple of weeks. Bungie also clarified missing double Nightfall drops and bonus ranks this week, as well as a couple of other things. Then we'll cover the newest Vanguard investigation trailer for Witch Queen, and we'll look back at some interesting leaks from the start of the season, and some of them do supposedly pertain to upcoming content, but otherwise nothing too wild today, guys. Of course, though, we're not too far out from the anniversary pack, so as always, stay tuned for more soon. And now, as we get into the content for today, initially Bungie help tweeted, and they said, clarification, due to a calendar shift, this week's bonus ranks will be in Trials of Osiris, and next week's bonus will be Nightfall rewards. Of course, especially if you saw the reset video yesterday, Bungie had announced that we'd be getting double Nightfall rewards this week inside of the Proving Grounds. However, they made a mistake due to their calendar schedule, I guess, and those bonus Nightfall rewards should be dropping next week, when I believe we're going to get Hallowed Lair. However, it does mean that if you're jumping into Trials this weekend, since it wasn't here last week, there will at least be bonus ranks available. Plus we got the matchmaking changes that Bungie have reverted for this weekend. So if you're happy playing Trials, I guess there's that, but otherwise, bonus Nightfall loot will drop next week. This week we also had the strangest of patches. Well, I guess any fixes are good fixes, right? But Hotfix 3313 had 3 changes. Initially for pursuits, they fixed a problem that caused the Submachinist medal to require defeating 3 opponents instead of 2. For abilities and perks, they fixed a problem where some subclasses and exotic armor perks were unintentionally activating when damaging stasis crystals. And so that one I'm sure will undo a few cheesy little glitches. And finally, for localization, they fixed an issue where the Frenzy and Rampage perks both had the same name in the Polish version of the game, which as they point out was causing confusion, and that's understandable. So there we go, that was the hotfix for this week. And then in the next couple of weeks, I'm not sure if we're getting more hotfixes, but Bungie have said they're going to be taking more extended downtime on November 16th and November 30th. And so probably much like this week on those reset days, we're going to see Destiny down for a handful of hours before the weekly reset actually drops. By the time all of that's done though, the December update and 30th anniversary pack will be immediately on the horizon, so at least we have that to look forward to within about a month. Another quick mention here, but Bungie are emailing some players and asking them to participate in a diary study about Destiny 2. It does appear to be a reasonably in-depth study if you actually take part. I believe there's some kind of call where they ask you questions about Destiny 2, and participants can get $450. But naturally, some players wondered if the email was actually legit, and DMG confirmed that if you get an email from Bungie at bungieinfo.net, then it is legit. And if you're interested in getting access to future surveys, make sure your account is signed up for surveys on bungie.net. Obviously not something that everyone's going to receive, but just a useful shout in case you do happen to get that email or want to make yourself eligible for them in future. Up next though, Bungie have posted a series of different Vanguard investigation trailers, which I'm sure quite a few of you have seen. Under these kind of mini Witch Queen teasers, they've recently dropped the 3rd one, which is all about questioning who we can trust, which is kind of a good question given the twists and turns that we've seen with characters in the story. And so if you want to check it out, here it is. It's a pretty neat clip right there. It isn't reveal content, right, but it does ask some good questions and kind of hypes up some of the unknown in the narrative arc going into the Witch Queen. Players also spotted a map in the trailer that looks to be the Dreadnought from Destiny 1. And so while Dreadnought isn't announced and may never actually return in Destiny 2, it could also link to a reprised Kingsfall raid in Year 5. And we know that either Wrath of the Machine or King's Fall are the Reprise raid candidates for 2022, so it's pretty fun to speculate, but we'll get that info later on. Otherwise, let us know if you're excited for the expansion or indeed the returning raid. Finally here, I wanted to talk a little bit about some leaks which surfaced on the day that Season of the Lost started and the Witch Queen was revealed. And here we're looking at a roundup post from mpfirst.com, and I'll link that down below as it has a roundup of the leaks which originally were in the form of a Word document many months back, and some of you guys may remember some of the stuff we spoke about. But then information about future content kept coming, and so the leaks that the article rounds up here covered some Season 15 content and Season 15.5, or the Bungie Anniversary Pack. And it turns out a bunch of the Season of the Lost stuff has been correct, so it's interesting to take a look, but of course, do take it with a pinch of salt until Bungie talk about it. It's also worth saying that we'll try and stay away from any story-related potential spoilers though. And for the 30th anniversary, they referred to there being 2 Halo-themed missions, but it also says that Bungie were looking at having an Eververse sale and making the Forsaken campaign free to play for all players, which Bungie have since confirmed. And then for the dungeon content, the post referred to the Thorn-styled armor, but also classic D1 weapons, IS Luna and Matador. And interestingly, Bungie did reveal IS Luna and Thousand Yard Stare in their stream. And so if the leak is true, we could see Matador on that list as well once it actually launches. There's a lot of reference to various Bungie title-themed items, and it's suggested that Galahorn will actually have a random trait slot, a bit like Hawkmoon does now. And so I'm very curious to see if any of these are true once we get to see the pack revealed. And then the post also had segments about Iron Banner changes which are supposedly being worked on. And IBTimes.com did kind of summarize them, listing that Lord Saladin will be reworked like Saint 14, and Iron Banner tokens will be removed. But also for new Iron Banner armor, each piece that you equip will increase reputation gains by 10%. It does list a plan to introduce new or reissued Iron Banner weapons and armor every season, but also things like Iron Banner only mod slots and an exclusive Iron Banner title. And again, Bungie have themselves confirmed that they want to upgrade the Iron Banner rewards and investment experience, so updates are going to come regardless, but at least this is what the leakers suggested. And there's a bunch more stuff in the article, including images of supposed expansion roadmaps, a bit like the one that we saw leaked early in Destiny 1. But as we saw there, leaks like this, if they are indeed real, do tend to be notes and plans or chunks of info that can kind of be bundled up this way, right? And so the product that you actually get at the end can be quite a bit different to what these leaks suggest. So pinches of salt, or maybe even tablespoons of salt, and low expectations are probably the best approach here. But since this information was first revealed a few hours before Season of the Lost was revealed, there are at least a handful of indicators that say the leaks could potentially be correct. So as always, give us any thoughts you may have, and the article is linked in the description. But for today, guys, that's what we have to talk about in the video. So I appreciate you dropping by as always. If you are new to the channel, we cover everything related to Destiny 2, and we have all of the news and updates here as soon as they drop. So if you want to stay up to date, definitely get subscribed and turn on notifications. Also, if you've enjoyed the video, a rating below is very much appreciated as well. But otherwise, guys, thank you for tuning in, and I hope you have an awesome day.